Vincent Bellandi slammed his tattooed hand against the table, and every conversation in Bellacorti died at once. "Nobody leaves," he said, his voice quiet enough to make the order feel worse. Claire Donnelly stood beside him with an empty coffee pot in one hand and a wet towel in the other, staring at the dark stain spreading across the sleeve of his charcoal suit. 3 seconds earlier, she had spilled the coffee on purpose. 3 seconds earlier, while pretending to wipe it away, she had leaned close enough to smell expensive tobacco, rain, and the faint trace of gun oil on his coat. Then she had whispered 5 words into the silence between them. Sal Bellandi, Pier 9, midnight. Now Vincent's fingers were locked around her wrist. Not hard enough to hurt, just firm enough to tell her that running was no longer an option. Around the private dining room, 12 men in dark suits watched her as if she had stepped onto the wrong side of a locked door. At the far end of the table, Sal Bellandi slowly lowered his wine glass. He looked like everyone's favorite Uncle Silver hair, warm smile, calm hands. Claire knew better. His name was printed at the bottom of every debt notice that arrived at her apartment. $180,000 her dead father supposedly owed to Bellandi Freight Holdings. A debt Claire had been paying for 3 years, $20 here, $50 there, every tip folded into an envelope that never made the balance smaller. Sal smiled at her. "Accidents happen," he said. Claire's stomach tightened. His voice was the same one she had heard through the kitchen door 10 minutes earlier. "Make sure Vincent never leaves Pier 9. Vincent turned his head slightly, studying her face. His black hair was combed back, still damp from the storm outside. A charcoal tattoo climbed the left side of his neck beneath his open collar, and matching ink wrapped across his hands and fingers. He did not look surprised. That frightened her more than anger would have. "What did she say to you?" Sal asked. Vincent released Claire's wrist and picked up his stained napkin. He folded it once, slowly, as if they were discussing nothing more serious than bad service. "She apologized." Claire almost looked at him. Almost. Sal's smile stayed in place, but the warmth left it. "Then let the girl go back to work." Vincent glanced toward the locked doors. 2 of his men were already standing in front of them. "She's finished working tonight." Claire found her voice. "Mr. Bellandi, I can explain. You will." He rose from his chair. The room seemed to shrink around him. "But not here." Sal leaned back. "Vincent, we have family business to discuss." Vincent looked at his uncle for one long second. "So do I then." He stepped between Claire and the table, blocking her from every dangerous face in the room. It was not kindness. Not yet. It was possession of the situation, cold and absolute. Still, when Sal's eyes settled on her, Vincent shifted half an inch closer. Claire felt the meaning of it before she understood it. He did not trust her. He might not believe a word she had said. But for the moment, nobody in that room was allowed to touch her. Vincent opened the door to the wine cellar and nodded for her to enter. As Claire passed him, he spoke without looking at her. "You have one chance to tell me why a waitress with my uncle's name on her debt papers knows where I'm supposed to die." Tonight, behind them, Sal's wine glass touched the table with a soft, careful click. The wine cellar door closed behind Claire with a heavy wooden thud, sealing out the low murmur of the dining room. Cold air pressed against her bare arms. The room smelled of cork, dust, and old red wine, with something sharper underneath it. The clean scent of Vincent Bellandi's cologne mixing with the coffee still drying on his sleeve. He stood between her and the door, broad shoulders blocking the only exit, one tattooed hand resting against the edge of a stone counter. The dark ink on his fingers disappeared beneath his cuff, then climbed again along the left side of his neck. "Start talking," he said. Claire tightened her grip on the damp towel. Her hands were still shaking, and she hated that he could see it. "I heard your uncle in the service hallway." "Doing what?" "Talking to someone on the phone." Vincent's expression did not move. "What exactly did he say?" Claire closed her eyes for half a second, forcing herself back into the moment. The kitchen bell ringing, plates sliding across stainless steel. Sal's voice through the cracked door. He said the delivery truck had to be moved to Pier 9. Then he said, "Make sure Vincent never leaves." Silence settled between them. Vincent watched her the way a man watched a locked safe he had not decided whether to open or destroy. "You are sure it was Sal?" "I know his voice." Why? Claire reached into the pocket of her black apron. Vincent's hand moved first, fast, controlled, stopping just short of hers. Slowly, she swallowed and pulled out a folded envelope. The paper was worn soft at the edges from being carried too long. She placed it on the counter. Vincent opened it. His eyes moved over the numbers, the late notices, the balance that never seemed to shrink. Then his gaze stopped at the signature near the bottom. "Salvatore Bellandi, $180,000, he said. "You owe my family. My father dead." Supposedly. Claire leaned back against a rack of wine bottles, needing the cold wood behind her to stay steady. He was a mechanic. He fixed delivery trucks. He never owned anything worth the kind of money. After he died, these started showing up. Sal told me the debt transferred to me. Vincent looked up. "That does not transfer that way." "I know that now." Her voice came out sharper than she intended, 3 years too late. He studied her again, but the suspicion in his face had changed. It was still there, only now it had accompanying interest. Anger. Maybe something darker. Why keep paying? "Because the first time I missed a month, my landlord suddenly found a reason to double my rent. The second time, my car disappeared from outside my apartment. I got the message." Vincent folded the letter once, very carefully. "Did Sal ever ask you for anything besides money?" "No." Claire hesitated. "But my father left a locked metal box. Sal asked about it after the funeral." Vincent's eyes hardened. "Where is it hidden?" "Where?" "Somewhere you cannot take it from me." For the first time, something almost human crossed his face. Not amusement exactly, but respect standing close to it. A knock sounded at the door. "Vincent," Sal called from the other side, smooth and patient. "The family is waiting." Vincent never looked away from Claire. He picked up the debt notice and slipped it into his inside pocket. "From this moment on, you do not go home alone." Claire straightened. "I am not your prisoner." "No," he said. "You are the only person in that room who warned me." The handle began to turn. Vincent stepped closer, placing himself between Claire and the opening door. His voice dropped low enough that only she could hear. "Whatever your father hid, my uncle believes you still have it. That means the coffee was not the reason your life changed tonight." The door opened, and Sal stood on the other side smiling. Vincent's tattooed hand settled against the frame, stopping him from entering. "She is coming with me," Vincent said. Sal's smile thinned. "Why?" Vincent glanced back at Claire, then faced his uncle again. "Because her debt belongs to me now." The black sport utility vehicle carried Claire through the rain without a word from the men in front. She sat beside Vincent in the back seat, her damp uniform clinging uncomfortably to her shoulders. The smell of burned coffee still trapped in the fabric. Streetlights slid across his face in brief flashes, catching the dark tattoo along the left side of his neck and the ink wrapped around his hands. He had not spoken since leaving Bellacorti. Neither had she. When the gates of the Bellandi estate opened, Claire expected something loud and vulgar. Instead, the house sat behind bare trees like an old secret. All gray stone, dark windows, and quiet money inside. The marble floor reflected the chandelier light. Family portraits covered the walls. Every man in them wore the same hard expression Vincent carried now. A woman in a cream-colored suit waited near the staircase. She had Vincent's eyes, but none of his stillness. "You brought the waitress here?" she asked. "Good evening to you too, Bianca," Vincent said. Bianca looked Claire over, taking in her black dress, narrow waist, soaked shoes, and the coffee stain near her cuff. Her gaze was polished, but not kind. "Sal says she caused a scene." "Sal says many things." Vincent removed his coat. The open collar of his black shirt revealed more charcoal ink beneath his throat. Bianca lowered her voice. "The captains are meeting at 9. tomorrow morning. You are supposed to sign control of the southern docks to Sal until this mess with Pier 9 is settled. I know what I am supposed to do. Then why are you standing here with a stranger? Claire folded her arms. I am in the room. You can speak to me. Bianca's eyebrows lifted. Vincent glanced at Claire, and for 1 second she thought he might tell her to stay quiet. He did not. She heard something tonight. He said, something Sal does not want repeated. Bianca's expression tightened, or she wants you to believe she did. Claire reached for the debt papers, then remembered Vincent had taken them. My father's name is Donnelly. He worked on trucks at the river yards. Salvatore Bellandi has been collecting a debt from me since my father died. Bianca turned toward Vincent. What kind of debt? That is the question. Vincent handed Claire's envelope to his sister. Bianca read the first page, then the second. This code is not for a loan. I know. It is an internal asset number. Claire felt the room shift beneath her. What does that mean? Neither sibling answered immediately. That silence hurt more than the truth. It means your father was holding something for the family, Vincent said, and Sal disguised it as money you owed. Claire stared at him. For 3 years. She had skipped meals, worked double shifts, and counted quarters at her kitchen table because of a lie printed on expensive paper. So he was never in debt, not the way you were told. Bianca closed the envelope. Vincent, this does not prove betrayal. Sal raised us after Dad died. He kept this family together. And tomorrow he wants my signature. Because the family needs stability. Vincent's jaw tightened. The family always needs something. He told one of his men to prepare a guest room for Claire. She immediately shook her head. I am not staying. Your apartment may already be watched. That does not make this place safe, no. He said, it makes it safer than wherever Sal expects you to sleep. Claire hated that he had a point. Hours later, unable to rest, she followed the sound of a piano downstairs. Vincent sat alone in the dark drawing room, his tattooed fingers moving carefully over worn ivory keys. The melody was soft, almost unfinished. One note sounded wrong every time it returned. He stopped when he saw her. I did not know men like you play piano, she said. Men like me. Men who lock restaurant doors when someone spills coffee. A faint shadow of amusement crossed his face. My mother taught me. Claire noticed the framed photograph above the piano. A younger Vincent stood beside his father, Bianca, and Sal. On the back, written in faded ink, were the words, "Family is the debt you never finish paying." Before Claire could ask about it, Vincent's phone vibrated. He read the message, and whatever softness had entered his face disappeared. What happened? She asked. He stood, reaching for his jacket. Someone broke into your apartment. Claire's breath caught. The box. Vincent looked at her. If they found it. Sal knows you warned me. If they did not, he will keep searching until he does. Claire's apartment door hung open by half an inch, and Vincent stopped her before she could touch it. Behind me, he said. His voice was calm, but the tattooed hand across her path left no room to argue. Rainwater darkened the shoulders of his black coat. The ink along his neck disappeared beneath the collar, while matching lines crossed his fingers as he pushed the door wider. Inside, the place smelled of wet plaster, old coffee, and the sharp chemical cleaner Claire used because it was cheap. Every drawer had been emptied. Her clothes covered the floor. The couch cushions had been cut open, and the framed photograph of her father lay face down beside the radiator. Nothing valuable was missing. The television was still there. So was the cash jar above the refrigerator. Vincent looked around once. They were searching for something specific. Claire stepped past him before he could stop her. Her narrow hallway suddenly felt smaller, stripped of the little privacy she had fought to keep. She picked up the photograph and wiped dust from the glass with her thumb. Donnelly smiled back at her, and a faded work shirt. Grease under his fingernails, one arm around her shoulders when she was 16. The box is still here, she said. Vincent's eyes shifted toward her. Where? You said they might be watching my apartment. They might. Then I am not telling you while we stand in the middle of it. For a moment, Neither of them moved. Then Vincent nodded toward the kitchen. "Show me." Claire pulled the small table away from the wall and knelt beside an old heating vent. Her fingers shook as she removed the loose metal cover. The gray steel box was hidden behind it, wrapped in one of her father's work towels. She held it against her chest before standing. Vincent did not reach for it. That surprised her. "I never found the combination," she said. "My birthday did not work. His did not either." Vincent examined the scratches around the dial without taking the box from her hands. "Your father used to work at the river yards for almost 20 years. Then he knew Bellandi codes." Claire stared at him. "You think my father was involved with your family?" "I think he knew enough to be afraid." Vincent asked for the date his own father died. Claire gave him a hard look. "Why would that open my father's box?" "Because Pier 9 is where my father was killed." The room seemed to lose its warmth. Claire entered the date, the lock clicked. Inside lay a pocket ledger, a brass key, a cassette tape, and an old photograph of Daniel Donnelly standing beside Vincent's father, near a row of freight trucks. Sal Bellandi stood in the background. Claire's throat tightened. "He knew all of you." Vincent opened the ledger. Names, dates, and payments filled the narrow pages. His expression changed at the third entry. "These are not loan records." "What are they?" "Transfers Sal never reported." Claire picked up the cassette. A strip of masking tape carried her father's handwriting. For Claire, if they come asking. She found an old player in the bedroom closet. Her father's voice came through the speaker beneath a layer of static. He sounded tired, afraid. He said Sal had been moving family money through false accounts, then placing the missing amounts under workers' names. If anyone questioned the books, ordinary people would appear responsible. Daniel had copied the records and hidden them. He had wanted insurance, not revenge. Claire sat on the edge of the couch, staring at the ledger. "I paid him for 3 years." Her voice cracked despite her effort to hold it steady. "I skipped rent. I worked through the flu. I sold my mother's bracelet because Sal told me my father had embarrassed himself." Vincent closed the ledger. "Your father was not a debtor." "No. He was a witness." Anger burned behind her eyes, but she refused to cry in front of him. Vincent held out his hand. "Claire, I need the book." She pulled it against her chest. "My father died protecting this. You do not get to take it because your last name is printed inside." The room went still. Vincent's hand remained between them for one long second. Then he lowered it. "All right." Claire searched his face, waiting for the order, the threat, the reminder that he controlled the men outside and the car downstairs. None came. "You are letting me keep it. I am letting you choose." Before she could answer, Vincent's phone rang. Bianca's voice came through clearly in the quiet room. "Vincent, you need to see the latest transfer. It cleared this morning." He took the ledger from Claire only after she nodded. Then notched the number. Bianca read aloud to the final page. His jaw tightened. "Who received it?" Bianca hesitated. "Your personal security team." Vincent looked toward the dark window. Claire saw his reflection beside her own, his tattooed hands holding the proof that the danger was no longer outside the family. It was already inside the house. By 7 the next evening, Claire was sitting at Vincent Bellandi's family table in a black dress Bianca had chosen for her, pretending she had never heard Sal arrange Vincent's death. The dining room smelled of roasted garlic, red wine, polished wood, and the faint smoke of the fireplace at the far wall. A dozen members of the Bellandi family sat beneath a crystal chandelier, speaking softly over heavy silverware and untouched plates. Vincent sat at the head of the table in a black suit with his collar open, the charcoal tattoo on the left side of his neck visible above the fabric. Matching ink covered his hands and fingers as he lifted his glass. He had not looked at Claire since she entered the room. That was part of the plan. Sal needed to believe she meant nothing. Sal sat across from her, relaxed and smiling, his silver hair perfectly combed. "You look different without the apron," he said. Claire placed her napkin across her lap. "Most people do." Bianca lowered her eyes to hide the smallest reaction. Vincent gave none. Sal reached for the wine. Your father had that same habit, always answering a simple question like it was a challenge. Claire felt her pulse in her throat. You knew him well. Well enough. Sal's smile deepened. Daniel was useful until he became confused about his place. The fork in Claire's hand stopped against the plate. Under the table, Vincent's tattooed fingers closed around her wrist. The touch was firm, controlled, and almost invisible beneath the linen. Do not react. Claire understood the message, but anger still pressed hot against her ribs. My father fixed trucks, she said. People rarely become confused about that. He handled more than engines. Sal took a slow sip. Some men see one private document and begin imagining they are important. Vincent finally spoke. Claire is here because her father's account needs to be settled. His tone was flat enough to cut. Until then, she is an asset under my authority. The words struck harder than Claire expected. She knew he was performing for Sal, but the humiliation still landed in a place shaped by years of collection notices, and people treating her like a balance. She pulled her wrist from Vincent's hand. His jaw tightened slightly. Sal noticed. Of course he did. An asset, Sal repeated. That is practical. A young server Claire had never seen enter with coffee and small plates of almond cake. He moved carefully, but his eyes kept flicking toward the clock above the sideboard. Claire watched him place a cup near Vincent's right hand. Sal's own cup remained untouched. Something about the arrangement bothered her. The new server stepped back, then looked toward Sal for less than a second. It was enough. Vincent reached for his coffee. Claire moved before she had time to think. That one is sugar, she said, switching their cups. Vincent looked at her. You do not take sugar, Claire added. Sal's expression did not change, but his fingers tightened around his napkin. Claire lifted Vincent's cup and drank. The coffee tasted bitter. To bitter, with a faint medicinal edge beneath the roast. Within seconds, warmth rushed through her face. The chandelier blurred at the edges. Her hand slipped against the saucer. Vincent caught it before it struck the table. Claire. His voice had changed. No performance now. She tried to answer, but her tongue felt heavy. Chairs scraped back around the room. Bianca called for the doctor. Sal stood with perfect concern arranged across his face. What happened? Vincent rose and caught Claire as her knees weakened. One arm went around her waist, the other beneath her shoulders. His tattooed hand pressed against her back, steady and protective. Nobody leaves, he said. The entire room froze. Sal stepped forward. Vincent, let me help. Vincent turned, placing his body between Sal and Claire. The coldness in his eyes silenced everyone at the table. Dinner is over. Claire could barely keep her eyes open, but she felt him lift her and carry her toward the door. His heartbeat was fast beneath the dark wool of his jacket. I am sorry, she whispered. He looked down at her, anger and fear breaking through the control he wore like armor. That was my cup. Claire tried to smile. I noticed. Behind them, Sal's voice followed through the dining room. You are risking this family for a waitress. Vincent stopped at the doorway without turning around. No, he said. I am finding out which member of my family tried to put me on the floor. Then he carried Claire out as Bianca ordered the doors locked and every face at the table began choosing a side. Claire woke to the quiet click of rain against the bedroom windows and the bitter taste of medicine at the back of her throat. The room was dim, lit only by a lamp near the bed. Her body felt heavy, but the first thing she noticed was Vincent sitting in a chair beside the window. His black jacket was folded across his knees. The sleeves of his shirt were rolled to his elbows, exposing the charcoal tattoos that covered his hands and ran along his forearms. He looked as if he had not moved in hours. How long was I out? She asked. Vincent stood immediately. Almost 6 hours. His voice was low and rough. He poured water from a glass pitcher and brought it to her, but he stopped before touching her. Can you sit up? Claire pushed herself against the headboard. The room tilted for a moment. Vincent reached forward, then caught himself and waited. Claire nodded once. Only then did he place a steady hand behind her shoulder. The doctor said the dose was not meant to kill anyone. He said it was supposed to keep me unconscious until morning. Long enough for Sal to take control. Long enough for the captains to sign everything without me. Claire drank slowly. Her fingers trembled against the glass. Vincent noticed, but he did not comment. He simply took the glass when she finished and set it down. "You stayed," she said. "It was my cup." "That is not an answer." Vincent looked toward the dark window. The tattoo along the left side of his neck shifted when his jaw tightened. "I wanted to know when you opened your eyes." Claire studied him. This was not the man from the dining room who could silence 12 dangerous people with one sentence. He looked tired, not weak, just stripped of the distance he usually kept between himself and everyone else. "You called me an asset," she said. His gaze returned to her. "I needed Sal to believe you meant nothing to me, so you made sure I believed it too." The words landed between them. Vincent did not defend himself. "I was wrong." Claire had expected an excuse, maybe in order to understand. The apology unsettled her more than anger would have. "You cannot protect me by making me smaller," she said. "Not in front of your family, not anywhere." Vincent nodded once. "I will not do it again." Silence filled the room. The clock on the mantel marked each second. Claire pulled the blanket higher around herself. "Why is this so hard for you?" "What? Believing Sal could betray you?" Vincent sat on the edge of the chair again. "After my father died, Sal raised Bianca and me. He taught me how to read a room before I entered it. He kept this family from breaking apart, and now he is the one breaking it. Maybe he always was." Vincent looked down at his tattooed hands. "I just needed the lie to be true." Claire understood then. Exposing Sal would not only remove a traitor, it would erase the man Vincent had spent half his life calling family. A chill moved through her, and she tried to hide the shiver. Vincent picked up his jacket and held it out. He waited until she reached for it herself. The wool was warm from his body and smelled faintly of tobacco and rain. "Thank you," she whispered. A soft knock came at the door before either of them could say more. Bianca entered and locked it behind her. Her face had lost its polished calm. She crossed the room and placed a brass key in Claire's palm. "Sal sent Anthony to Pier 9, she said. Vincent stood. "Why would my brother be there?" Bianca looked at him with open fear. "Because Sal knows you will come for him." Vincent was halfway to the door when Claire closed her hand around the brass key Bianca had given her. "Wait," she said. His tattooed fingers stopped on the handle. The room held still around him. "Anthony is not the only reason Sal chose Pier 9. Vincent turned. His black shirt was open at the collar, the dark tattoo along the left side of his neck standing out against his skin. "What are you talking about?" Claire forced herself out of bed, ignoring the weakness in her legs. Vincent moved toward her, but she lifted one hand. "I can stand." He stopped. The fact that he listened mattered more than she wanted it to. Bianca looked between them. "Claire, you should still be resting." "My father's ledger uses location codes," Claire said. Pier 9 was never just a meeting point. It was where Sal moved money through the maintenance accounts. Vincent's expression hardened. Anthony could be carrying proof without knowing it, or Sal could be using him to destroy it. Claire wrapped Vincent's jacket tighter around her shoulders. It hung loosely over her slender frame, smelling of rain, wool, and the faint trace of tobacco. "We need the ledger." 10 minutes later, they entered the library where the captains had gathered around a long table. Sal stood at the far end, one hand resting beside a folder that carried Vincent's signature line. Every conversation stopped when Claire walked in wearing Vincent's jacket. Sal's eyes dropped to it, then returned to her face. "You should be in bed," he said. "You should be answering questions." Claire replied. A few men shifted in their chairs. Vincent stepped beside her, not in front of her this time. "Let her speak." Sal gave him a disappointed smile. "You are bringing a waitress into family business now." Claire placed the pocket ledger on the table. "My father was already part of your business. You just made sure nobody knew it." Sal's smile faded. Bianca locked the library door. Claire opened the ledger to the final pages and pointed to the coded transfers. These payments were moved through the same maintenance account connected to Pier 9. One cleared yesterday. Another went to Vincent's personal security team this morning. A captain near the window frowned. That does not prove Sal ordered anything. No, Sal said smoothly. It proves the girl knows how to read numbers. It does not prove where she got them. He looked at Claire. Tell them how much Bellandi freight paid you after your father died. The room changed. Claire felt every face turn toward her. Those were wage settlements, she said. Were they? Sal opened the folder and slid several statements across the table. Monthly payments, same account your father used. Perhaps Daniel did not hide the ledger from us. Perhaps he hid it for you. Claire's stomach tightened. The documents were real. The meaning behind them was not. You told me they were refunds against the debt, and you accepted them. Sal looked toward the captains. Now she arrives with a story that turns Vincent against his own blood. Bianca stepped forward. Sal, Anthony is missing. Anthony is handling a family matter. At Pier 9, Vincent asked. Sal did not answer. That silence said enough. One of the older captains pushed back his chair. Vincent, we need stability. Sign temporary control to Sal. Then we sort out the girl. Claire knew what sort out meant in rooms like this. Questions without witnesses. Pressure without limits. Vincent looked at the papers in front of him. Then at the men who had served his family for decades. The whole room seemed to lean toward the same choice. Family over a stranger. Tradition over doubt. Sal extended a pen. Do what your father would have done. Vincent stared at the pen. Then he took it. Claire's chest went cold. He turned it once between his tattooed fingers, set it down, and pulled the empty chair beside him away from the table. Claire, he said. She looked at him. Sit. Sal's voice sharpened. Vincent. Vincent placed one hand on the back of the chair. She warned me when my own family stayed silent. Claire sat. He remained standing beside her. I am not signing anything. Sal's calm finally cracked. You are choosing her over this family. Vincent looked across the table, his voice quiet enough to force every man to listen. No, I am choosing the truth over your name. Bianca moved to her brother's side. Two captains followed. The others stayed seated. The family had split without anyone raising their voice. Sal stepped away from the table and buttoned his jacket. Then you should know Anthony will not make it past midnight. Vincent's tattooed hand closed around the back of Claire's chair. Sal opened the door, glanced at her one last time, and smiled without warmth. Bring the ledger to Pier 9. Claire, or Vincent loses the only brother he has left. Rain hammered the roof of the black sport utility vehicle as Vincent studied the ledger. Beneath the glow of the overhead light, Claire sat beside him, still pale from the drug, her slender frame wrapped in his dark jacket. Bianca drove another car behind them with two captains who had chosen Vincent's side. Nobody spoke until Claire tapped one line in the ledger. Pier 9 is a distraction. Vincent looked at her. The tattoo along the left side of his neck disappeared beneath his open collar. While the ink across his hands tightened around the book, Sal named the pier. Because he wants us looking at the water. Claire traced the faded code with her finger. My father marked maintenance buildings with letters, not numbers. This entry points to the old repair warehouse half a mile inland. Vincent studied the page, then gave the driver a new address. You are staying in the car. Claire turned toward him. No, you can barely stand. I can read the ledger. None of your men can. That does not make you safe. Neither does leaving me alone with people Sal may have paid. Vincent's jaw tightened. For a moment, Claire expected an order. Instead, he closed the ledger. You stay beside me. It was not surrender, but it was respect. The warehouse sat beyond a row of abandoned freight offices, its windows dark and its rusted sign swinging in the wind. Inside, the air smelled of cold metal, river damp, and old motor oil. Anthony Bellandi was tied to a chair near the center of the room. Frightened but awake, Sal stood several feet away in a charcoal overcoat, looking more disappointed than desperate. You brought her, he said. Vincent stepped in front of Claire. "Let Anthony go. Give me the ledger." "You first." Sal smiled, still pretending this is a negotiation. Claire looked past him at the painted numbers on the support columns. The markings matched the codes in her father's book. She also noticed a second hallway leading behind the office wall. "Anthony is not the only thing here," she whispered. Vincent glanced back. "What did you see?" "The records." Sal kept them close. Sal's expression changed. Claire had guessed correctly. Bianca and the others moved toward Anthony while Vincent held Sal's attention. Claire slipped toward the side office, using the brass key her father had left behind. It opened a dented filing cabinet filled with payment records, false debts, and names of dock workers Sal had used as cover. Her father had not been the only one. "Claire," Vincent called. She turned just as one of Sal's men stepped from the hallway. Vincent crossed the distance before she could move, pulling her behind a concrete column. A loud crack broke through the warehouse. Vincent's body went rigid against hers. He stayed on his feet, but one hand pressed against his shoulder beneath the black fabric of his shirt. "You are hurt," Claire said. "Not badly." His voice came through clenched teeth. "Stay down. Stop deciding that for me." She took the records from the cabinet and handed them to Bianca, who had freed Anthony with the evidence in view. Two of Sal's own men lowered their weapons and stepped away. Sal looked around the warehouse as his control disappeared. "You would destroy this family for her?" he asked. Vincent moved beside Claire, his tattooed hand still pressed to his shoulder. "You destroyed it when you decided everyone in it belonged to you." Sal's face hardened. "Then finish it." Vincent had every reason to give in to rage. Claire saw it in the tension of his jaw, in the grief behind his eyes. She did not tell him what to do. She only said, "Choose who you will be after tonight." The silence lasted several seconds. Then Vincent stepped back. "Bianca, call the council. They see every page before sunrise." Sal stared at him. "You think mercy makes you strong?" "No," Vincent said. "Choice does." Outside, distant sirens began to rise over the rain. Vincent's knees nearly gave way, and Claire caught his arm. "You do not get to die after making me trust you," she whispered. A tired shadow of a smile touched his face. "I was not planning to," as Bianca led Anthony outside and the captains took custody of Sal. Claire kept one hand over Vincent's shoulder and the ledger under her other arm. For the first time, the book did not feel like a debt. It felt like the truth, and the truth was finally leaving Pier 9 alive. 3 weeks later, Claire stood at the far end of the Bellandi council table while Vincent tore her debt notice in half. The sound was small, almost ordinary, but every person in the room heard it. Morning light fell across the dark wood, catching the charcoal tattoo along the left side of Vincent's neck, and the matching ink over his hands. His shoulder was still bandaged beneath his black suit, though he carried himself as if pain were simply another thing he had decided not to obey. Bianca sat beside Anthony. The captains who had once defended Sal now faced the ledger, the false accounts, and the names of working families forced to repay money they had never borrowed. Sal had been removed from every position of authority. The council would decide the rest. Vincent placed the torn paper on the table. Daniel Donnelly never owed this family $1, he said. Claire kept her eyes on him, and neither did his daughter. One of the older captains cleared his throat. "She saved your life. The family can forgive the balance." Vincent turned slowly. "There is nothing to forgive." The room went quiet. He opened a second folder and pushed it toward Claire. Inside were documents returning the money taken from her, along with control of a fund for the dock workers whose names had been used in Sal's records. Claire looked down at the signatures. "What is this?" "A beginning," Vincent said. "The money comes from the account Sal hid. You decide how it reaches the families. You are giving me control of it. I am returning what never belonged to us." The captain frowned. "Vincent, that money could stabilize the southern docks." Vincent's tattooed hand rested flat on the table. "If our stability depends on stealing from people who cannot fight back, then we do not deserve it." Claire watched the men absorb that sentence. before her. Power in the Bellandi family had always meant taking first and explaining later. Now Vincent was choosing to give something back, knowing it would make him look softer to men who confused cruelty with strength. That was the price of honor. It cost more when nobody applauded. After the meeting, Vincent found Claire alone in the hall beneath the old family portraits. "The car is ready," he said. "For where?" "Anywhere you choose." She studied him. "You are not asking me to stay?" His jaw tightened, but his voice remained steady. "I spent too long watching Sal turn protection into ownership. I will not do the same thing to you. And if I leave, then you leave." Just like that, no. His eyes held hers. Not just like that, but freely. 2 days later, Claire returned to Bellacorti to collect her final paycheck and the coat she had left behind. The restaurant smelled the same as before. Burned espresso, rosemary, an industrial cleaner. The private room had been reopened. The tablecloth was new. Vincent sat alone at the table where she had first warned him. His injured arm rested beside a cup of untouched coffee. He wore no tie, and the collar of his black shirt was open around the tattoo on his neck. Claire approached with a fresh pot. "You know," she said, "most people would avoid coffee after what happened. Most people do not own the restaurant." She poured carefully. Not a drop touched his sleeve. "Is that why you came?" he asked. "To prove you can serve one cup without changing my life." Claire set the pot down. "I did not change your life. You made me choose what kind of man I wanted to be when fear stopped choosing for me." The honesty in his voice left no place to hide. Claire pulled out the chair across from him and sat. "You protected me," she said. "But you also listened when I told you protection was not permission." "I am still learning." "Good." A faint smile touched his mouth. "Is this goodbye?" Outside, rain softened the city lights against the glass. Claire looked at the man who had once believed loyalty meant silence. Love meant possession, and power meant never stepping back. He had saved her from Sal, but she had saved him from becoming Sal. That was the truth neither of them needed to say aloud. "It is coffee," she answered. Vincent wrapped his tattooed fingers around the cup, but he did not drink. He waited. Claire understood then that real power was not the ability to make someone stay. It was having every reason to hold on and choosing to open your hand. She reached across the table and placed her fingers beside his. Not because she owed him, not because she feared him, and not because she needed rescue. She did it because he had finally become a man she could choose. The coffee cooled between them while the rain kept falling, and for once, neither of them was in a hurry to control what came next.